Rune Factory is a role-playing simulation video game series developed by ALll Company, Limited for the Nintendo DS, Nintendo 3DS, Wii and the PlayStation 3 video game consoles, and a spin-off of the Story of Seasons video game series. It is described by Yoshifumi Hashimoto, producer of the Harvest Moon series, as Harvest Moon where you wield a sword. Common gameplay elements. The gameplay of the Rune Factory series is similar to that of Harvest Moon. For every 1 real-world second, 1 in-game minute passes. The player can grow crops, using upgradable farm equipment. However, the Harvest Moon game mechanic of purchasing animals has been replaced by defeating and befriending monsters in dungeons. If a monster is tamed, it can help the player in battle, produce goods, or help to tend the crops. The game's combat is in the action role-playing game style. Like most Harvest Moon games, the player is given a limited amount of stamina, in the form of rune points, or RP. Rune points get depleted as the player performs tasks at the farm or fights using a weapon or magic. The player is given hit points as well. The player can attack with no RP by sacrificing HP. The player can replenish RP by using runes created by fully grown crops or potions, while HP can be restored using medicine or healing spells. The town bathhouse restores both HP and RP. If the player runs out of HP while working on their farm, they will collapse and be rescued. However, in Rune Factory and Rune Factory 2, dying outside the town causes game over. In all other games, the player will not die while fighting in the caves or ruins. Crops can be planted in different areas to sell for gold. Other activities include mining for metal and minerals, fishing, or collecting food such as milk and eggs from befriended monsters. The player can then spend money and material to buy a variety of upgrades for their house, weapons, and tools. In addition to their open-ended gameplay, the games possess a linear storyline, which can be furthered by exploring dungeons and defeating certain monsters. Just like in the Harvest Moon series, the main character's relationship with the other villagers increase by talking to them or performing actions that please them, like giving items they like as presents for example. Some of them can even be married if their relationship improves enough. Some games of the series requires the protagonist to get married as part of the storyline. Games. Development. According to Marvelous's managing director and Harvest Moon's creator, Yasuhiro Wada, Rune Factory 2 does not borrow the Harvest Moon name for the Japanese release. This was done in order to grow Rune Factory as an independent series, and Marvelous will continue to do this with all future installments including Rune Factory Frontier. Despite this, Natsume applied the subtitle A Fantasy Harvest Moon to Rune Factory 2 and Rune Factory 3. Rune Factory Frontier was announced during an interview between Cube 3 and Yasuhiro Wada on June 6, 2007, and was fully revealed on June 4, 2008 in the Japanese magazine Famitsu. On July 11, 2008, Marvelous Entertainment USA and Xseed Games announced that they were both bringing Rune Factory Frontier to North America. As of 2012, Rune Factory Frontier has been the only game in the Rune Factory series not to be brought to North America by Natsume. Rune Factory 5 was said to be expected at some point in time, according to series producer Yoshifumi Hashimoto. In November 2013, ALll Company filed for bankruptcy, leaving the future of the series in question at the time. However, in February 2014 it was revealed that the Rune Factory development team had been hired by Marvelous ALL, and that they were developing the Nintendo 3DS simulation role-playing video game Lord of Magna, Made in Heaven. Media. Rune Factory 2 has had multiple manga series to help promote the game, in such magazines as Dengeki Nintendo DS, Monthly Wings, Dragon Age, and Dengeki Mo. If players pre-ordered the game in Japan, they would receive a free CD with 3 mini-dramas as well as an 18-page art book. Sometime after the release of the game in Japan, a CD with all the background music, 3 mini-dramas, and the 2 theme songs was released with a novel based on the game following some time after. The American pre-order bonus was a plush chipper a monster in the series similar in appearance to a squirrel that was included in the box when ordered from participating websites. Reception: the Rune Factory series has been well received. Rune Factory, a fantasy Harvest Moon received an 8.4 rating from IGN's Mark Boson. Boson commented that the art style was amazing, and that it was the Harvest Moon you've been waiting for. 91/100 from GameBrink, 7.0/10 from Nintendo Power, and 4/5 from X-Play. IGN rated Rune Factory 2, a fantasy Harvest Moon at 8.4/10, commenting on its similarity to the original, and Game Rankings has given it an aggregated score of 80.58%. References. External links, official website.